Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday morning practice. Before we start, I want to make an announcement. I'm going to be taking 2 weeks off. So the next time we meet after this one would be after Thanksgiving, on the Saturday after Thanksgiving, the 25th of November. Okay, just remember that. So after this, I'll take 2 weeks off. So let's just focus on the body now. Focus on the bottom of spine. Move up the spine, stretch the upper torso, and then lean back slightly, relax. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Now we're going to do some joint exercise, starting with the extremities, the fingers, all the way to the toes. We need to work on what's called the 12 meridians. These are energy channels in the body. And 6 of them are from the fingers and 6 of them are from the toes. And then together they make up the 24 hours clock. So there's a solar part, and then there's a part that is in the absence of the sun. So in the absence of the sun, we call it yin. In the presence of the sun, we call it yang. So let's just focus again on the body. Bring up the left hand. And then the right hand, we use the thumb, especially this part of the thumb. And we're going to focus on the left hand, one finger at a time, one joint at a time. So we're going to use the right thumb. We're going to massage the joint one at a time, the front, the left, the right. And then after we finish one, we move on to the next one. And then after we finish one finger, we move on to the next finger. So this is actually a mindfulness meditation. There are 4 foundations to the mindfulness. The one that typically people focus on is the mindfulness of the body, the existence of the body, which includes breath. And so most of the time we think that mindfulness just means that we're mindful to the breath. In fact, that's only one of the foundations. The other one is the feeling. And here we're focusing on the feeling of the body. So now we're going to take the left thumb and massage the joints on the right hand, one joint at a time. So as you massage the joint, I want you to focus on the body, focus on the feeling, the changes in the body, any heat, sweat, numbness, pain, tightness. Now we're going to take the 2 hands and we're going to fold it down. So the center of the palm is facing down. Back again to the right thumb, massage the left fingers, one joint at a time, one finger at a time. You will find that as you do this, the aching that you have in your body actually improves, decreases, even though you're working on the fingers. The reason for that is that in the Chinese, we're looking at our body. We believe that the pain, whether it's arthritis, carpal tunnel, or frozen shoulder, any kind of pain, has to do with inflammation. And inflammation is the result of the blockage of the energy channel. All right, so now we're going to come back to the fingers again. We're going to work on the tip of the fingers, and I'm going to work on particularly on the 2 sides at the bottom of the nail. Squeeze, squeeze. Now, some of you, I hope that this class initiates some curiosity in you in studying the Eastern philosophy of health, either the North Indian or the Chinese. Okay, now we're going to squeeze the front part of the thumb. All right, so now we're going to work on the fingers, continue to work on the fingers. If you use the right hand, I'm going to pull the fingers one at a time, one joint at a time. And then using the left hand on the right fingers. And then now we're going to put the 2 hands together, right hand on top of the left hand, squeeze the fingers, and we're going to massage both the palm and the top and the back of the hand, as well as in between the fingers. Back to the other side. And now we're going to walk on the center of the palm. Imagine that there's a circle in here. Put the two circles together and just massage the circle. And then now we're going to put the fingers together and the center of the palm together. And then we're going to lower the hand, feel the stress on the wrist and the fingers. Now we're going to come back and we want to work on the energy points at the tip of the fingers. And so we're going to put the fingers together and make sure that the fingers are straight so you can feel the vibration as you tap them. We're going to tap 30 times. I want you to focus on the body, focus on the vibration of the fingers. Get ready? Go. Okay, now we're going to put the fingers together and there's an energy point here and then there's another energy point here. So there's 10 of them in the fingertips and 8 of them in between the fingers. So I want you to cross the fingers like this and then we're going to tap it for 30 times. Once again, focus on the body, observe the change in your body. Get ready? Go. Okay, now we're going to start to work on energy points in the inside of the palm, on the other side of the palm, along the inside of the arm, and then on the other side of the arm. So what's inside, away from the sun, that's called the yin. What's outside, facing the sun, is called the yang. So on the yin side, we have 3 energy lines, and this one starting at the toe is the energy line that we name after the lung or the mineral element. The other one that starts at the pinky is the one that we name after the heart, which is the fire element. So let's start on the thumb. Now take the, imagine looking at the thumb on the inside. As you come down, you see the bone on the edge here. Now you see some muscle here. It's actually in between the bone and the muscle. So I want you to take your right thumb, not the fingernail, but the flat part of your thumb goes down in between the bone and the muscle and just press in right in the middle. This is a very important energy point for the lung energy line. Now, sometimes instead of pressing this way, you can press this way. Now, I don't want you to massage it. I just want you to press and hold. As you hold, 1 second, 2 seconds, you start to feel the numbness, a little bit tenderness. Okay, that's the feeling you want. And then you hold it for as long as you can, feel the pain, and then release. Second time, hold it down, and then release. Okay, now we're going to go to the other one. Now, again, going starting at the edge, feel the bone, feel the muscle. It's in between the bone and the muscle. Press down, or you press this way. Either way is fine. Now the left and the right are not symmetrical, so you might feel more pain on the other one side, more on the other side, and then you might not feel anything, right? Even though you try to find it, and you say, "Well, what's wrong with me?" There's nothing wrong with you. You're perfect. Okay. Now, so this is the lung side, and then now we're going to work on the heart. Now, heart actually is separate into the heart, which is the mental part, and then the heart, which is the physical part. So we're going to start on basically the opposite of that, down from the little finger, press in, hold it, release, press again, release. Now the mental part is the energy line that you want to improve the quality of your sleep. Okay, so on that side, release. Once again, release. Now we're going to put these two together, forming the V with the palm, and we're going to tap it 30 times. Get ready, focus, let's go. Okay, now we're going to do the same on the thumb side, the energy line that we name after the lung, forming the V with the palm. Get ready, go. Okay, so when we talk about blockage of the energy, and we have to ask if we block the energy, where are we blocking it from, right? Is it just that we block the energy within us, the energy that we generate from the food that we consume? Not really. What we're talking about is the cosmos energy, the energy that is between the earth and the heaven. It's the magnetic energy. It's the magnetic energy between the earth and the sun, between the earth and the other planets. Okay, so when we talk about blockage, is really not allowing the energy from the cosmos to flow through us. That's why we call it life energy. Now, what's coming out from a body is called yang. What's coming back from the universe is called yin. So as much as we work on the yin side, that's only one side of the path. We also have to work on the yang side. So the yang side is actually on this side of the arm exposed to the sun. So on the small intestine, on the heart is the small intestine. Okay. So now we take the hand like this, fold it, and you see the line that go across. It's on this side. We press in, and it's again between the bone and the muscle. It's always in a cavity, and that's the word energy point in Chinese just means the cave. Now the other side, okay? Always press in, not on the bone, not on the muscle, but in between. And then when you press, you hold it, okay? Now we're gonna tap that 30 times by putting that energy point together. So now you're not forming the V anymore. The hands are flat, and then you roll up your fingers, but very soft fist. You don't lock it. You're not trying to impact it like this. So just soft, and then 30 times. Now, this particular energy point is actually quite good for the eye. Okay, so as we age, we have a lot of problems with the eye, and so this energy point has that. Okay, now get it ready, go. Okay, so you can imagine the pairing between the mental side of the heart. The reason we say mental versus the physical is because it's the same word in Chinese, whether it's the heart as in your mental state or the heart is in the organ. It's the same word. Okay. And we believe that they're very related. And so that's why we separate them. Now what's interesting is that the mental side is the one that gives you a better quality sleep. And it's related to the small intestines, and you know how important the small intestine is to our happiness, right? That's why we like home food. Food gives us a lot of pleasure, so it kind of makes sense. Now the other side, the opposite side of that, the yang side of the lung, is the large intestines. Okay, so at first you might say, well, why are we pairing the lung versus the large intestine? It seems like they're unrelated, and the reason is that we're not really talking about organ as much as we're talking about energy. And the lung energy is the mineral. And the mineral is the one that is responsible for all the nutrients in the body. So the opposite of that, of course, is the large intestine, right? What consumes has to leave. One in, one out, right? Makes sense. Okay. So now we work on a very important point of the large intestines, the energy line that we name after the large intestine. So you put your hands together, you see there's a little bump. You take your right thumb, you put that on the bump, and then you press towards the index finger. Press. Now this is it's important you find an energy point, because if you have any kind of aching in your body, this one release some natural painkiller. This is particularly a good energy point if you have cramps at night. And then now the other side. Again, take the hand, see the bum, put the thumb on top of the bum, press against the index finger. You might have to move back and forth a little bit, and then you find the cavity, you press in, you hold, and then you will feel the pain come out. It's not pain as in somebody stabbing you kind of pain. It's a very, very tenderness maybe. Okay. Now we're going to tap those two together. Small intestine, large intestine 30 times. Get ready. Go. And the other side, this one over this one. Get ready, 30 times. And now we're going to move away from the fingers to the palm, to the wrist, and then eventually to the elbow. Again, we're following the three energy line. First, the little fingers. As you come down to the wrist, you would push down. This is a very famous energy point, and this one really is good for the sleep. So if you cannot sleep at night, that's the only thing you can do. And then now imagine measuring about 4 fingers, this whole line here. Give it a good massage. There's very closely packed energy points here. Same thing on the other side. Press in and then press down and then massage. Okay, so now we're going to work on the lung side. So we're kind of entering into the beginning of winter, deep autumn. A lot of you have some coughing, and the Chinese believe that that's because as the weather changes, the heat and the cold in your body is not quite in harmony. So if you have some coughing, then we need to work on the lung energy lines. The first one we want to work on, besides this one, is right at the wrist. Press down. Again, not on the bone, not on the muscle, but in between. The next one is move down about one thumb. Now, this one might hurt a little, especially if you're actually right now coughing. Okay, and now we're going to move all the way to the elbow. We're going to come back to this energy point, but come right here, right here. So imagine you can fit 3 energy points here, one over here, one over here, one in the middle. So it's this one. So press in with that. Okay, now on the other side. On the side, the thumb, 1, move down one thumb, 2, and then all the way to the elbow, 3. And there's actually one in between. So in between would be you feel the bone, you feel the muscle. It's right between the bone and the muscle. There's another one here too. Okay, and then there's another one here too. All right, so now we're going to do some scraping. So starting with the elbow, where we were before, all the way to the wrist. Okay, so we take the knuckle and let's start at the center line, which is the pericardium. Starting at the elbow, all the way in the middle, all the way to the wrist, come back. And now we're going to scrape at the right side of the bone, which is the lung. And now we're going to go to the other side of the bone, on top of them, and that's the large intestine. And then we're going to do the middle one, which is called a triple warmer, which has no Western equivalent, but a very important energy point. It's the one that really maintains the harmony in all of your intestines. And now we're going to do the top of the hand, fingers, and the thumb back to the fingers, the hand, straighten up the hand, the top, a little bit over, a little bit over, and then inside, and then we're going to do this side as well. Okay, and then now we're going to do the other side. And a lot of times you wake up in the middle of the night and you don't know why. It's just like you're not really hurting. It's not like your pain. It just the hand. There's something going on and you don't quite understand. And this is what you want to do: you scrape it, and then you will fall back to sleep. Right? Because it's really just you work so much with your fingers during the day, right? Whether with the mouse, with the iPhone, or um, working in the kitchen, cutting food or just anything. You work with so much with your fingers that it actually you have this almost like beginning of carpal tunnel. And this scraping would really make it feel much better, clearing the chi. Okay. Now we're going to continue with some more exercise. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Put 10 fingers pointing the camera. The four fingers are the spring. The thumb locks down the spring. Straighten the elbow because it's action equal to reaction. So you want to make sure that the energy travels freely. Get ready. Wind up the four fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back. Open the shoulder. Relax the shoulder. Now, these two energy points go the gate to the cloud. The lung energy line actually starts at the tip of the thumb, travels, and then enters into the body right here. Okay, so we want to open that and relax. Now, forming the lotus hand, the middle finger, and the thumb, put that on top of the gate to the cloud. Once again, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Back of the hand facing the camera. Get ready. 1, back of the hand facing the camera. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so there's a little bit more that we need to do on the upper torso. And after we finish, we'll move on to the lower part of the body. So right now, we're going to tap on some important energy points, especially the elbow and the armpit. So there are four areas where the body is the warmest because it's the closest to your organ. One is here, one is here, and then behind your knee, and then also between your hip like this. So we're going to work on those, okay? But first, we're going to work on upper body. But before we move on to the armpit and the elbow, we're going to work on the top of the shoulder, and then also this energy point called the gate of the cloud. So once again, open, relax, right hand forming the empty hand, like when you go hiking, you want to drink some water like this, okay? So close your fingers so you're actually creating a air pocket, huh? Now you put that on your shoulder, fingers on top, center of the palm, pressing this here. You turn your head slightly to the right, you straighten up your spine, you listen with your left ear. You're playing the instrument. Get ready, listen with your ear. Get ready, wake up, continue. And then now the other side, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, left hand, empty hand, fingers on top, center the palm face on the gate to the cloud. Straighten up your upper torso, listen with the right ear, wake up, continue. Okay, so this one is good for your lung as well as the top, which is part of the energy line that we named after the gallbladder, which has a lot to do with um, your entire nerve system in the top of the head. So we'll come back to that, right? Okay, so next one, open your shoulder, relax, putting your elbow on top of your head, locate the top third of your ear, pinch it slightly, straighten up so you're not looking down. You feel the stress on your left shoulder. You take the right hand, empty hand, you put that on your armpit. You rotate the head slightly to the right. You listen with the left ear. Wake up. Continue. And then the other side, straighten up your spine. Left hand, right ear. Wake up. Continue. And the last thing that we have to do on upper torso is back to the elbow. Okay, so straighten up your elbow, lock your elbow, palm of the hand at the eye level, taking the right hand, empty hand, all three energy point correspond to all three yin energy line. Fingers on top, center the palm on the side. Listen with your left ear. Two things: lock your elbow, empty hand. Okay, get ready. Wake up. Continue. Okay, very important that you listen to your ear, right? So it's like when you play an instrument, you know that when you play an instrument, you're not playing the instrument, you're not using your hand, you're actually using your ear. If you can't listen, right, you're not doing it right. So open the shoulder, relax. Left hand, lock your elbow. Right hand, lock your elbow. Left hand forming the air pocket, empty hand. Put that on top of the right elbow. Listen with your right ear. Play the music. Get ready? Go. Continue. Okay, so now we're going to move to the lower part of our body. That was 1 hour, that was half an hour worth, okay, of, exercise, chi exercise. Now we're going to first work on, so similar to the hands, there are six energy lines originating from the toes. As they come up into the body, what's behind the sun, away from the sun is yin. What's facing the sun is yang. So there's three sides that face the sun, the left and right, the front and the back. Okay. So first we're going to work on the inside, and above the knee is the energy line corresponding to the liver. So locate two energy points divided into three parts. We use empty fists, so we're not really holding it tight like this, but rather roll the fingers and just put the thumb on top as if there's a air pocket in the middle. And put that, focus, get ready, go. And the second point, again, is away from the bone, right? We're not tapping on the bone. Okay, get ready, go. Okay, now I talk about the 12 energy lines, 6 yin, 6 yang. I talk about how they form the 24-hour clock. So from 11 to 1 o'clock is when the gallbladder is active. From 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock is when the liver energy line is active. And then from 3 o'clock to 5 is the lung energy line that is active. So if you wake up in the middle of the night, depending on the time that you wake up, sometimes we wake up because we got to go to the bathroom, but sometimes we don't. Sometimes we wake up for no reason. Then it corresponds to the different parts of the energy lines. Okay, so this is the liver. Now that's why it's very important that you sleep before 11 or slightly after 11, because essentially your body is getting a blood transfusion, every day, and it starts at 11 o'clock and ends at 2, between the, the, the liver and the gallbladder. Okay, very important. It's also very important that we wake up early. So right now it's 8 o'clock. That's when the stomach energy line is active, and you want to be sitting upright, being part together with the sun. That's when the yang energy travel through your body. Okay, so it's not such a profound concept. That's the way my parents used to live, and their parents used to live. They rise with the sun and they go to sleep when the sun sets. How hard is that? Okay, so now we're going to work on the outside. And so the outside again is whenever we talk about the yang side, we're always talking about how it's clearing the chi. So this particular side clears the gallbladder. The gallbladder has a lot to do with um, inflammation and energy traveling through the body and so forth. So they believe that these two are very good to reduce your chance of having a stroke. Okay, so get ready, go. And second energy point. And so there are two energy points above the knee, there's three below the knee. And again, the energy points are never on the bone, right? So the knee is the bone. So cannot be on the knee. It has to be below the knee or above the knee. So if you take your finger, you slide on the outside, and then you get to a point where you can't go anymore, that's the energy point. So this one is a very popular one with the acupuncturists. They believe that this one increases your immunity. Get ready, go. And then the middle. And then further down, get ready, go. Okay, so you feel a little tingling on your toes. So a lot of us, we have something called gout, right? So toes inflamed. That's inflammation. And so chi, blockage of chi, right? Okay, now we're going to move from the liver gallbladder pair to the stomach and splint pair. And the stomach and the splint pair are very important. Are very important. And I talked about this before. They are the earth element. So I call them the cradle of life. If they're not clear, then you can have all kinds of health problems. And especially two things that are very obvious. If you have splint deficiency, one is that you have swelling in your feet. And swelling is because the water cannot be returned. That's because you have a blockage in the lymph node. The lymph node is part of the splint energy line. The other one is that you don't gain weight. You're very, 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 you say, well, that's good. That's not good. That's not good. Okay. It means that your stomach splint energy pair are not working in harmony. You're not absorbing your nutrient. It is not good. All right. All right. So now we're going to work on the stomach. And so we come back. And the stomach is in the front, huh? Stomach is in the front. I did turn it earlier. Okay, much better. Okay, the stomach is in the front. So identify the knee, measure 4 fingers using a magic measuring tool, locate the bone right outside, a very important energy point right here. Get ready, go. And then measure another 4 energy point, locate the bone, and a little bit further out, maybe 1.5 fingers or so forth, right here. Get ready, go. Okay, so this is the stomach. The yin side is in the inside, which is the energy line for the spoon. We're going to work on that. This one deserves a lot more at work. So we're going to keep that for later. But before we leave, we're going to work on the back, which is the bladder energy line, which is the yang side for the kidney. And so if you lift up your heel, then the calf become very obvious. And it's at the bottom of the calf. You push in with your thumb. And most of us who are aging, this one really hurts. Okay, this one really hurts. And if you're unfortunate to be suffering from dementia, then this is the energy point. And so you press in with the thumb, you hold it. And if you have high blood pressure, this is one of them. Okay. And if you have any interest, I will on how to of the energy points that are for high blood pressure. I will work on that. I will show you next time. Okay, now the calf at the bottom calf, press in, and now come back, tap it 30 times. Okay. And the other side, 30 times. Okay. And hang on just one second. Okay, so I went to my family doctor the other day, and he listened to my heart, listened to my lung, and then he measured my blood pressure and looked at me and says, "Wow." I said, "What is it?" 105 over 70. This is really good. That's really good. That's amazing. I said, "Yeah, for a 67-year-old, that's damn good." And then I look at him. He's a young doctor, maybe in the early 40s. His belly's like this. I look at him and said, "This guy, I guarantee you he has high blood pressure, high cholesterol, probably fatty liver. I guarantee all kinds of illness." And he's my doctor. And I'm 25 years older than him. I would definitely outlast him. All right. So anyway, okay. So now we're gonna massage the toe. Okay. That's perfect, Alice. That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. Now let's identify our 5 toes. They're the originate. The extremities for 5 of the 6 energy lines. The other one actually starts in the middle of the bottom of the feet. So I want you to massage them, and I want you to massage first the part that touches the floor as you walk. And so here we do a lot of things that has to do with the 12 meridians and all the energy points that are associated with the 12 meridians. But there's something else that we do that overlaps with another philosophy, and some of you might know. Now they're going to come back and massage the tip, but just right below the toe, okay? Right below the toe. And so a lot of what we do here sort of crosses over to another philosophy, Eastern philosophy, and some of you might know, called reflectology. They believe that our hand and our feet, every point reflects on our organ. I don't know that well. It's not, but I think we do some of that here. And now we're going to massage what I call the neck, okay? Give a very thorough massage. Your body is telling you, and you just have to learn to listen to your body, aching, swelling, and then any kind of coldness, right? If your feet are very cold, it's the body telling you that they're not getting enough circulation. Now we're going to work on the inside of the toe. Okay, massage the inside. Now we're going to work on the bottom of the V. Okay, now again, use the right finger, the tip of the finger is not the nail, and just kind of press in and then release, press again, release, second toe, press, release, and then press, release. Okay, now we're going to move from the toe to this energy point here, which is the beginning of the kidney energy line. So the it's if you go from the bottom at the beginning, right here below the toes to the back of the heel, it's about 1/3 of the way, and it's just right below this area that we call the ball area. So you use two thumb and you press in. Now the kidney energy line is very, very closely related to the brain because we believe that the essence of the kidney energy line is the marrow in your bone, and the brain matter is an extension of the marrow. Okay, so this one another time, and then one last time. Okay, and then we're going to massage the ball area, massage the heel. And now, of course, they have very thick skin, so you have to kind of use like a pincher. And then we're going to scrape. Okay, again, use the knuckle, scrape the bottom of the feet along the center line, the left, and then the right. Okay, now we come back to this arch. This arch is very important. So massage the arch. Massage the arch. Okay, now we're going to start at this high point, this bone area, move along the arch. So come down, there's a cavity. This is a very important energy point for um, the splint, okay? Now we're going to move down another thumb worth and press down. And then now we're going to come to the middle of the arch, and we're moving away from the splint towards the kidney. And then back of the ankle towards the Achilles heel, press down. Okay, so now we're going to really work on the splint energy line. This is right here. So first, at the ankle, measure 4 fingers, magical tool, locate the bone just below the bone. This is called the 3-yin meat. And now between this point and the knee in the middle, locate the bone, locate the calf is between the bone and the calf. This one hurts. This one hurts. Okay. All right. So now we're going to scrape below the bone, right? Scrape. And then we're going to tap. Come back. Come back. Okay. Now we're going to work on the top side. Again, identify 5 toes in between the toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back. And then there's a very important energy point. As you open up the big toe with the second one, you notice that the bones eventually merge together. It's right before that. Press down. This one has to do with the liver. Liver has we call the liver fire. So if you're angry all the time, there's a lot of negative energy trapped in you, and you're so angry that you cannot sleep. Well, you got to relieve that trap energy. So another way is you take your big toe and you bend it back. You notice that you're stretching this tendon. This is called the longevity tendon. It's one of the 3. And just take the big toe and bend it back like this, and then scrape, massage that. And then one last thing we do is what we call mixing the water and fire. This kidney energy point called a gushing spring is water. This energy point in the middle of the palm is the heart, fire, water, mixing water and fire. Get ready, empty hand, continue. Okay. Now, very quickly, we're going to work on the other side. Very quickly. Okay. Not much commentary. Just where he touches the floor, the tip right below, two sides of the nail, the tip, two sides of the nail, tip, two sides of squeeze those two corners, squeeze and squeeze, and then the neck. It's very important that you massage your feet and you get the circulations going so your feet doesn't feel cold. Okay, your feet cold is because you don't have enough oxygen in your body and your body prioritizing. Okay, now at the bottom of the V, press down, press down, press down, press down. Okay, all right, so now below this ball area, 1/3, press down, release, press down, release, press down, and then massage the heel, scrape the center, the right, the left, and then we're going to massage the arch, and then below, so along this arch, right, at the high point below, 1, and then 2, and then in the middle of the arch, and now behind the ankle, and now these two are for the kidney, these two are for the splint. Splint. Okay, so now we're back to the splint. And so angle, four fingers, bone, below the bone, 1. And then from here to the knee, halfway, locate the bone, locate the calf, between the bone and the calf. Ooh, that hurts. And then scrape. Okay, now if you anywhere in the feet, if you press down your thumb and you let go, it doesn't come back, that means you have swelling. And then you gotta work on this. Okay, gotta work on this. All right. And now we're gonna tap. Okay, and then we're gonna work on the top side. And then open up, comes in, liver, release, once again, release, and then, okay. And then we're gonna take the big toe, bend it back, see the tendon, longevity tendon. And then we're gonna tap, mixing the water and fire. Get ready, go. Continue. Okay. All right. So all that work just to clear your energy channel, allowing the energy from the universe to travel freely through your body. A lot of work. A lot of work. You do once a week, I do 6 times a week. But hopefully the result shows, huh? All right. Not only am I healthy, I am happy. All right. So now we're going to move on to the second segment. The thyroid is a lot of people have thyroid. Um, and the thyroid is part of the splint energy line. Okay, it's part of that. It's all together. Relax. We're going to do the second part now. The second part focus more on the yang energy, and the yang energy is mainly in the back, starting with the spiral cord, which is what we call the governing vessel. And then the back is the bladder, the side is the gallbladder, the shoulder is the large intestines, and then also the stomach. All the six yang energy line travels in the back, eventually the top of the head. So we're going to do some stretching. I remember when I was a child, every once in a while, my mom would take the blankets and the futons and hang it in the balcony so that it can be exposed to the sun, because the sun has this magical power of killing the germs, right? And this is similar. You want to expose your back, straighten up your back, and let the solar energy, let the yang energy come through. Even if the sun doesn't shine, but the yang energy is there. Okay. And this is especially good to do in the morning. But before we do that, we're going to do 3 deep breath, because the diaphragm is a very important part of this yang energy system. Okay. Now, it turns out that the diaphragm is viscoelastic, meaning that you have to do it very slowly. The faster you do it, then the harder it's going to resist. Okay, so you cannot do 3 deep breaths unless you relax. Get ready. Straighten up your spine, open your shoulder, lean back the upper torso slightly, and then relax. Taking the 2 hands, locking the fingers, put that below the belly button. There's an energy point there called the Sea of Qi. This is where all the yin energy coming from our mother when we're inside her womb. Now, I want you to take a deep breath, focus on the center of the palm, raise your hand, lift up your upper torso until you get to this other energy point, which is between the bottom of your nose and the upper part of your lip. This energy point called the center of being. Get ready. Relax. Breathe in. And then follow the center of the palm. Breathe out. Lock your elbow. Stretch your fingers. Look straight ahead. Straighten up your upper arm, which is the very important yang energy called the triple warmer. Open up your shoulder. And then, as if you're climbing the mountain, using a lot of energy from your shoulder. And then completely relax, locking the fingers again. Focus on the center of the palm. Breathe in. Looking up, breathe out. Stretch and lock your elbow, looking straight ahead. Open your fingers. Stretch the upper part of your arm and then open that shoulder. Use your shoulder to climb. Relax one last time. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Looking straight ahead. Open the shoulder. Climb the mountain and then back. Relax. Locking your fingers. Palm facing up. Straighten up your upper part, upper your spine. Okay. Now turn your palm so that the center of the palm is facing down. Push gently and then lock your elbow. Lock your elbow now. Follow the center of your palm. Bring up your hand. Lock your elbow all the way to the front and then all the way to the back. Lean back slightly so you're forming a straight line between the bottom of your spine, the top of your head, and the top of the center of your palm. And then you push all the way up. Then you lean back, hold it, come back to the middle, push, and then the entire upper torso lean towards the left. Hold it, come back to the middle, lock your elbow, push, entire upper torso lean to the right. come back to the middle, and then push to the left, come back to the middle, push to the right, come back to the middle, and then come down with your hand, relax, completely relax. And when you relax, you do meditation in from the dynamic to the static. So now you're focusing on your breathing, one breath at a time, restoring the harmony between the yin and the yang, coming back to the rest and digest. Continue, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, right palm touching the left shoulder, lean back your forehead so you're putting stress on your right shoulder, taking the left hand, grab your right shoulder, straighten up your spine, and then stretch to the left. We're working on the right side, which is the gallbladder energy line. Come back. The other hand, sit up straight. It's very important that you sit up straight because we work on the yang, and the top of the head is where all the yang energy comes in before it continue to travel to the universe. So if you do this, it's not working. So you got to lean back your forehead, and then you grab, and then come back, and then back to the breathing, restoring the harmony, going from the fight or flight to the rest and digest. And then open your shoulder, relax your shoulder. Left hand, palm facing up. Right hand between your fingers and your palm. Bring down your left hand gently. Focus on your left elbow. Push and lock. Eyes forward. Use your left elbow to bring up your left arm all the way up. Lock your elbow. Okay, very important. Bring it up to eye level without turning your upper torso, without taking your eyes away from the camera. Take the left hand, lock your elbow, bring it to the right all the way. Lock your elbow, bring it back, and then relax. The other hand, bring it down, elbow forward, eyes forward, bring it up, locking your elbow without turning your upper torso, without turning your head. Bring your right arm, locking your elbow to the left, and then come back, and then relax back to the breathing. Now, this part is very important. You want to be able to go from one to the other, from the fight or flight, right? Even though you're not running away from a lion, your body doesn't know the difference. When you're energized, it puts out stress hormone, cortisol. And so you want to make sure that you're sensitive to that cortisol because cortisol is a steroid, it's a natural steroid. It's also the one that reduces inflammation in your body. So if you don't know how to come back to the rest and digest, over time, your body develop this thing called the cortisol resistance. Your steroid is no longer um, useful to you. Therefore, you have what's called the chronic inflammation, right? So it's very important. Now we continue the exercise. Open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Right palm facing up, left palm facing down. Maintain 90-degree on the wrist. Open that shoulder. Now focus on the right palm. Push as if you're pushing the sky up very gently but very steady until you lock your elbow. And the left hand, you push it down until you lock the elbow. Now, this next one is very important. You take your right arm, you move it as far back as you can, and then you very gently you rotate your head to the left until you get to the shoulder. You feel that you're stretching this tendon on the right shoulder, right? This is a longevity tendon. Then you continue to stretch the tendon by rotating your eye as if you're looking at your back. Then you take your eye back, take your head back, and then relax. The other side, push, lock, push, Lock, lean back the left arm, rotate to the right, rotate the eyes until you, as if you're looking at your back. Bring back the eyes, bring back the head, and then relax. Focus on your breathing, one breath at a time. So Toya, if you have what is called the autonomous disorder, which is basically that your body have lost the art of rest and digest, you are 24/7 in fight or flight because of modern, city living. It's the way we are now. Then this class is very important to you. Okay, so make sure you come in 2 weeks, and hopefully, if I remember, we'll go back to the abdominal breathing exercise. But even today, we're going to focus on abdominal breathing. This is the one exercise that would help you to restore that harmony. Everything else that we talk about here, whether you have problem with thyroid, you have problem with high blood pressure, you have problem with uh, gout, all those are really just that you have developed uh, cortisol resistance. Okay. All right. So now we're going to learn to stretch the spine, the most important yang energy, yang channel. So first we're going to do is stretch the spine, open the shoulder, relax the shoulder. Now we're going to move forward and then very gently move back. But when you move back, try to hold your hip in place so that you're putting some stress on the adrenal gland, telling your body not to release any stress hormone. Now we're going to put the two hands together, locking the fingers. Put that at the bottom of the spine, palm facing up, palm facing down, down until you lock your elbow. Now I want you to focus simultaneously on the center of your palm and the top of your hip. Push down the center of your palm and stretch the upper part of your head towards the ceiling. One up, one down. Stretch as far as you can, and then relax. Now focus on the forehead. Lean back the forehead as if you're looking at the ceiling, and then bring up your arm as much as you can, and then relax. Back to the breathing. Very important. One breath at a time. I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing out. Open the shoulder. Relax the shoulder. Right hand touching the back. Looking straight ahead. Focus on your right shoulder. Stretch your right shoulder as much as you can. And then relax. Left hand. Stretch your left shoulder as much as you can. And then relax. Back to the breathing. I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing out. Open the shoulder. Relax the shoulder. Right palm at the lower back. Stretch your right shoulder down. And then relax. The other hand. Stretch your left shoulder down. Put the two hands together. Fingers touching. Looking straight ahead. Two shoulders. Right shoulder up, left shoulder down. And then relax. The other hand. Looking straight ahead. Left shoulder up, right shoulder down. And then relax. Back to the breathing. One breath at a time. I know I'm breathing in. I know I'm breathing in. Once again, stretch your spine. Open the shoulder. Two hands. Center the palm touching, fingers touching. Put that on your lower back, fingers pointing down. This is called the reverse Buddha. Fingers pointing up, bring it up. Center the palm touching, looking straight ahead. Use your palm to push your spine forward, and then open your shoulder. One forward, one backward. Hold it. Focus on your breath. One breath at a time. Don't let your mind drift away. And then very gently relax. Now we're ready to sit. First thing we have to do, we have to learn how to maintain this posture. So this posture is very important. This is the being part of being a human being, being with the universe, being in the middle between the earth and the heaven, letting the energy flow through your body. So the feet, the legs has to be nice and steady, nice and firm, has to be touching the sitting mat. If they're not, put pillows so you're not using muscle. Hands has to be relaxed, touching your knee, your thigh, or your calf. Just don't lift it up. Then I want you to focus on top of your head and just stretch the spine as if you're hanging the spine on the ceiling. We sit like the bell. So the center part of your body is the clapper. Hang it on the ceiling. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Then lean back to the point where you think you're going to fall over. Then you relax. Then you open your shoulder and then you relax. You lean back your forehead until your ears on top of the shoulder so that the weight is on top of your spine as if you're balancing a bowling ball on a bamboo stick. Then you tuck in your chin so that the top of the head, this 100 meter energy point, is on top of your central nerve system. You're now forming a pillar between the heaven and earth. Then you relax your forehead, you relax between your eyebrow, and you relax your eyelid. So you can actually see your eyelashes and your hand and your knee and the floor. Then you take the tip of the tongue and you put that between your teeth and the roof of your mouth, right behind this energy point. You close your mouth, you relax your teeth, you feel the saliva in your mouth. Now, there are two things that we're doing. One is that as we stretch up the torso, as we lean back, we actually rotate the hip forward. So then as you lean back, you're putting stress, some pressure on your adrenal glands. So you're preventing your body from releasing stress hormone right now. And by putting the tip of the tongue between your teeth and your mouth, you're re-energizing the saliva gland. So you're forcing your body, you're actually enticing your body into rest and digest. Now we're going to sit in two parts. We're going to sit in 5 minutes and then another 5 minutes. The first 5 minutes is just acclimating yourself into this way of breathing called abdominal breathing. I want you to focus on your belly button. I want you to observe your breathing. When you know that you're breathing in, I want you to move the belly button across the room. When you know that you're breathing out, I want you to collapse the belly button onto your back. You will notice that your stomach follows. When I breathe in, stomach, belly button forward, stomach opens, diaphragm pushing down. When I breathe out, moving the belly button back, collapsing the stomach, diaphragm moving up. Very gently, but very purposely. Breathe in, open the stomach. Breathe out, collapsing the stomach. Just for 5 minutes, I want you to focus doing this one exercise that is probably the most important exercise that you can ever do to improve your health as you age. Now, every once in a while, I want you to come back to this body and make sure that you're maintaining the posture. So as soon as you know that you're breathing in, you open the stomach, you stretch upper torso towards the ceiling. And as soon as you know that you're breathing out, you're collapsing the stomach. I want you to lean back the upper torso and then back to your breathing. This is a very important exercise. Not only are you massaging your internals, relieving any trauma that you have accumulated, but it also relaxes your mind so you're not generating any more negative energy. You're also maintaining the body in a rest and digest mode, restoring sensitivity to cortisol so that over time your inflammation would be reduced. It's all about self healing, letting the body be part of the universe, maintaining harmony so that the body has a chance to heal itself. When God created us, she gave us everything we needed. It's just a matter of learning how to use them. Focus on your belly button. Breathe in, open the stomach. Breathe out, collapse the stomach. Every once in a while, stretch the upper torso and then lean back the upper torso. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out, lean back. Now we're going to spend the next 5 minutes observing our breathing, but without focusing on the belly button. I want you to take your mind off the belly button and just observe your breathing. Your body has this memory now, this muscle memory. So you can actually feel your stomach opening by itself as you breathe in, the stomach collapsing by itself as you breathe out. However, subtle and gentle. Just focus on that. Every time you know you're breathing in, stomach opens by itself, then I want you to stretch the upper torso. Every time you breathe out, stomach collapses on its own. I want you to lean back, the upper torso. We're going to start on the next part of a meditation. Now that we learn how to use our stomach, we use our diaphragm. Not only is it relieving the stress in our internals, the stress on the liver caused by anger, the stress on our kidney caused by fear, the stress on the lung caused by sadness, and so forth and so on. Not only are we relieving those stress, we're also generating static electricities in our small intestines. That's why we call this the dantian, the field of fire. The small intestines have a lot of surface area and it's piezoelectric. So we're generating a lot of static electricities. What we want to do is learn to bring that electricity through our spine to the top of the head. So as we breathe in, we start at the bottom of our spine. We move up to the top of the head, stretching up the torso. But don't stop at the top of the head. Let it go all the way up, as far up as you can. And then when you know that you're breathing out, bring it back down from your forehead all the way down. Lean back the upper torso. Bring it back to your belly button. Bring it back to your dantian. Breathe in, up. Breathe out, down. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out, lean back. Don't stop at your head. Let it go all the way up, as if the energy going through the universe. And then bring it back down all the way to the belly button. What goes up is yang energy. What comes down is yin energy, making a circular path through your upper torso. I'm going to spend the next 5 minutes doing just that. But relax, okay? Relax. Don't force anything. Just let the body do what it wants to do. Breathe in, stretch, move up. Breathe out, lean back, bring it back down. Pretty soon you're going to feel that energy traveling in a circular path and you're just following it. That's why we call it the wandering dragon chasing the pearl. Make sure the keyword is wandering. So don't try to force yourself into something. Just let it be. Let it be. Go up, come down. Breathe in, go up, stretch the upper torso all the way up. Don't stop at the top of your head. Let it go all the way up. As if the dragon had escaped your body hiding in the cloud. And then just come back. And then when you come back, let the dragon rest in your dantian. Up again. Back again. Open your eyes. So what you're doing here is you're creating the magnetic coupling between the electricities in your body, creating its own magnetic field, and then coupling that magnetic field with the magnetic field in the universe. Okay, right? So we only have 5 minutes left, so obviously we're going to go overtime again. So if you have to leave, it's okay. Then everything is recorded, so you can follow on the YouTube channel. So today we're going to do this one exercise called the Jing. This was a practice left behind by a North Indian guru, North Indian yogi by the name of Bodhidharma about 1600 years ago. And legend has it that when he left China to go back to India, he was 180 years old. So we're going to stand firmly on the ground. This is all about yang energy. We alternate. So every week we alternate. This week is Jing, all about yang energy. Last week, and then in 2 weeks, we do the breathing exercise. That's all about yin energy. Okay. So we stand with the feet firmly on the ground, about the width of a shoulder. We rotate the toes inward, like about 45 degrees, mainly so that we can loosen up a knee and activate the calf. Then we open the shoulder, relax the shoulder, lean back the forehead, tuck in the chin so that this energy point is on top of a central nervous system. The first form is called spirit boosting palm. Focus is on the palm facing down. When we put that on the hip, forming a plane, so that when we push action, you put a reaction, the shock wave will go through our spine all the way to the top of the head and back. Now, when I say go, you don't follow me, but instead you inspect your mind. You put your mind in the center of your palm and then you push. Get ready? Go. And then completely relax back to the rest and digest by focusing on the breath, one breath at a time. After 2 breaths, we'll continue. We do every form 3 times. Open the shoulder. Get ready. Go. And then completely relax. Focus on the breathing. And then one last time. Open the shoulder. Get ready. Go. And then relax. The next one is called pointing the one tail. One tail is the 2 energy point right here. We take the thumb, we point it at the hip without touching, forming an energy circle. We're going to work on the large intestine by rolling up the 4 fingers and then lifting up the thumb as if you're lifting up 2 buckets of water. Bend it as far back as you can, hold it, and then relax the fingers without lowering your hand. Back to the breathing, one breath at a time. Second time, lift up the 2 buckets of water, hold it, and then relax without lowering your hand. Third time, lift up those 2 buckets of water, and then relax, lower your hand, focus on your breath, one breath at a time. Next one is called beginner's mind, like the baby holding the thumb. You take your thumb, you put it across so the fingertip is approximately below the index finger, a ring finger, sorry. Then you take the 4 fingers and you lock your fist with the thumb inside and you bend your thumb inward. Hold it and then relax without lowering your hand. Focus on your breath. Second time, Hold it, and then relax. Back to the breath. One last time. And then relax, lower your hand, focus on your breath. One breath at a time. Now we're going to take a deep breath, same as what we did before. Putting the fist together, put that right below the belly button. We're going to raise the fist all the way to here as we breathe in, without stopping in the middle. Get ready. Breathe in. And relax. Breathe out. Now we're going to bring the elbows together, put the fist in front of the nose. Focus in the back. We're going to split the back, okay? The back has this network of energy lines, all part of the bladder. Okay, ready? Split the back. And then relax. Back to the breathing. One breath at a time. Second time. Split the back. And then relax. One last time. And then relax. Back to the breathing. Next one is called fist on top of the head. So you open your shoulder, you focus on your fist. You bring your fist above the head, you open the fingers. Then you roll up your fist, one joint, two joint, lock it with your thumb, open the shoulder, and you squeeze as hard as you can. This is a very good cardio exercise. And then relax. You notice that we do all three things: cardio, stretching, and muscle building here. All good for aging. Okay. Second time, open the shoulder, roll your fist, and squeeze as hard as you can. And then open up the fingers, let the blood come back up to the fingertips. Focus on your breath. One last time. Open the shoulder, roll your fist, and squeeze as hard as you can. And then open up again. One breath at a time. Now, the next one is called stabbing the shoulder. There's two keys to that. And this energizes the gallbladder energy line. Very good for your brain. Very important. Open your shoulder. Grab the dagger. Point the dagger onto your shoulder and stab. You feel the tightness in the back of your neck. And then you relax. Second time. Open the shoulder, grab the dagger, point the dagger onto your shoulder, and stab. And then open your fingers. Relax. Focus on your breathing. Open the shoulder. One last time. Stab. And then relax. The next one is called the cross. Again, we're not punching. We're stretching the upper part of the arm. This very important energy point called a triple wonder. So first, rotate the wrist. Remember the energy points in the wrist? Rotate the wrist. Roll your fist, take a deep breath as if you have two walls on the side and you push against the wall. And then relax. Focus on the breath. One breath at a time. Second time. Big movement on the wrist. Roll your fist, take a deep breath and push. And then relax. One breath at a time. One last time. Wrist, fist, breath, push. And then relax. Next one's called the front hang. Same thing. Lock your elbow. A wall in front. Wrist, fist, take a deep breath and push. And then relax. One breath, two breaths. Second time. Wrist, fist, take a deep breath and push. And then relax. One last time. Wrist, fist. Take a deep breath and push, and then relax. Okay, now we're gonna work on the muscle. As we age, we lose muscle. That's very bad. So imagine you have a bar, grab the bar, look up, and then pull yourself up as much strength as you can using the muscle, and then relax. Second time, pull yourself up, and then relax. After two breaths, one last time. As much strength as you can, pull yourself up, and then relax. Okay, the next one, I call this ripping the phone book. Imagine you have a big book in the middle, and you rip, relax. Second time, and you rip, and you relax. One last time, and you rip using as much muscle as you can, and then you relax. Now it's time to collect your saliva and swallow. If you don't have any saliva, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong because when I tell you to focus on your breathing, you didn't. So you were not giving yourself equal time in the rest and digest. That's why you don't have any saliva. Okay, remember that now. Okay, now this next part is actually very important. First, you're going to have to make sure that you're loosening up your knee, activating the calf. The calf is the bladder, which is the yang side of the kidney. So the next one is very important for the kidney, and it's very important for the brain health. Okay, now loosening your knee, back of the hand touching, lower your hand. So you're actually bending, you're putting stress on your kidney, exercising your kidney. Look straight down, and then roll your fist one time, and then relax. Two times, and then relax. Focus on your breath. One last time, and then relax. Okay, now palm facing up. Make sure your knees are not locked. Take a deep breath. Empty hand. Breathe out. Okay, right at the kidney. Breathe in. Palm facing forward. Lower your knee. This big rock in front. Focus on the rock and push. Energizing your calf. And then back. Take a deep breath. And then relax. Focus on your body. Focus on your mind. Completely relax. Now we're going to walk back to a seat. Focus on the bottom of your feet. One step. Another step. Another step. Now we're going to focus on the center of a palm as we adjust our seats. And as we sit down, we're going to focus on a butt as we touch a pillow. Going to maintain this posture, inspecting our feet, our hand, our spine, our shoulder, our forehead, our chin, eyelid, and our tongue. We can spend 3 minutes just focusing on the breath. Let our body settle. Okay, open your eyes. Before we leave, I want to show you how to massage. There's a very important energy point right at the center palm. We were using it to tap at the bottom of the feet. It's actually located between the middle finger and the index finger. And if you take your middle finger, you bend it in, it's right here. So I want you to use your right thumb, press, hold, and then do the same thing on the other side, press and hold. This is very important for your heart, but also it's the only energy point that can actually give out positive energy. Now I want you to put the two together and then just rub your hand in a small circle, but focus on it. Don't let your mind be somewhere else. Now I want you to put that on the temple, which is a very important energy point, and just massage the temple, massage the side of the face, massage the front of the face, massage the forehead, massage the top of the head where your big brain is, massage the back of the head, massage the lower part, which is the part that is responsible for motor function, massage the neck, back, massage in between your eye, massage below your eye, massage above your eyebrow. And then now I want you to show you how to massage your ear. Take your ear, divide it into 3 parts, put the thumb on the top, squeeze, put it in the middle, fingers in the back, squeeze, put the index fingers inside, squeeze, massage the tip, massage the edge, massage the ear loop. Take 2 fingers, massage where the ear joins the skull. Take the other 2 fingers, massage where the left ear joins the skull. Take your palm, put it behind your ear. Do 3 things: stretch, massage, and then snap. Okay, so we're well over time, but I hope it's worth it. If you cannot stay, it's okay. Just catch it up on YouTube. All right. Thank you, Martha. Thank you for all your donations. Oh, anyway. Okay, so I'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay, see you in 2 weeks. OK，我哋星期一見嚇，下個禮拜唔變，1、2、3、4唔變嚇，先下個禮拜星期一見。OK，拜拜。
OK，拜拜，Thank you。
Thank you，拜拜。
好。